I just arrived at Halfway Lake, Provincial Park, and I'm going to hike the Hawk Ridge Trail, which I believe is about 16 kilometers in total. It's used as a day hike, or they also have 3 backcountry sites. So to end my little road trip, I decided to come out for a night on the way home. And unfortunately, heat warning. It's very, very warm. It's 40 plus degrees with the humidex. Once again, I'm hiking in the heat, but it's an overnight. I have a long time that I can spend hiking it if I get tired, and I have water, and there's a lake at the site where I'm going to stay, so at least I will have water there. Let's go. So nice when you get to like a rock top. There's a breeze and the walking's beautiful. This is what I like. It's my favorite parts. It's a little swampy. On this ridge right now, there's a nice little breeze, which is just keeping me from totally overheating. It is humid. I'm sweating. And I stopped for a little lunch there, so now I'm full, which isn't always the best when you're moving, but I hadn't eaten breakfast, so I needed to make sure I have enough calories. But look at that. Just having a little break. It's just rained a couple of times, just a quick drizzle, and it stops. But it's made all of the growth on the trail there, which is about knee to waist height, all wet, which in turn has made my thighs down wet, including my shoes. But because it's still, the water's cold, it feels nice on the legs, but when it's overcast, about to rain, you feel the temperature go down right away, and then the sun comes back out, so it's a little bit hot again. It is humid. Whew. I wouldn't be backpacking right now if it wasn't for the fact that this is just a short, simple trail. One night. But it's beautiful. Very similar to trails in like Algonquin Park and that. So far it's moderate. You know, it's a little bit technical footing over roots and rocks and such, but so far it's pretty. Holy cow. Hoi. Hoi. Huh. Jesus. Hoi. Oh. You can see that. There's like an old wooden sign there. I think this is Site 2. There's one on Three Island Lake, a little fire pit. I really didn't see where you'd camp there. The sites aren't marked. Now, I'm reserved for Site 3 tonight. But nobody is booked in the park here for the trail tonight. And I am hot. And I think there is a storm coming in. So I'm going to check this out and see if it'll do. Let's see. Wow. I am, wow. I don't get it. They're not even sites. I don't know here. I'm gonna check the map. This seems ridiculous. So, I double checked the park map, and it looks like there's a bit of a bay, and then the site should be not far after that. I hope I find it, because this trail has not had a lot of maintenance. So we'll see. Oh boy. So I think I'm gonna try to stop at Site 2. But so I gotta find it first, and I mean, at this rate, Site 1 was almost like not even there. I think that was an old site. So, fingers crossed. All right. All right. I think we have come to campsite 2. So what I was looking for was like an orange sign. All right. Let's go check it out. I think I'm going to stay here tonight instead of Site 3 because it's starting to rain again. There's a chance of a thunderstorm. I am hot. Very, very warm. Yeah, it's hot. So, let's check it out. It started thundering, and the skies were going to open up, so instead of a swim, I had a face cloth bath. I had heated up my water, got my supper just about ready to eat, and then the skies opened up, so just brought everything into my tent, just had my supper. I had a ramen bomb with a can of ham, and the sun just came out again. So I'm gonna go hang out my bear bag. Yeah, so I'm at Site 2. There is nowhere flat. You know, the site says it has so many tent pads. First of all, there's not tent pads. they are like just clearings, like a room for how many tents. I am on the biggest little area that I could manage, and I'm on a major slope. If you have a freestanding tent, you could probably set up on the rock. The only other place that was big enough and flat, actually the flattest spot, is right on the way to the Thunderbox. But there's a whole bunch of dead trees that are tagged. I guess they're probably going to come in and clean that up, so I don't need a Widowmaker dropping on me. But yeah, I'm going to hike out the last handful of kilometers in the morning, and then I'm going to end my road trip and drive home. You know, it's been an amazing experience, and you know, it's kind of cool to finish it with a hike. Like I said, I was supposed to be hiking all summer, but things didn't work out. Anyway, I'm gonna go hang my bear bag, maybe go try and watch the sunset. Hope it doesn't rain anymore right now, and we'll talk at you later. So the sun will be down in about within the hour, and I'm not sure if the storm's passed through. I know that there was another chance later this evening, and hopefully it's going to cool things down. As I said, I only have a few kilometers in the morning until I get to the trailhead and walk back to my car. It's a nice little trip. Like I said, I don't know if it's so much the trail maintenance, but I think it's more of just the trail's not used very much. But don't count on the sites sleeping, 5 tents or something like that. But so far, so good. I'm gonna hit the hay early tonight. It has been a hot day, very hot. If you're interested, you may, if you've been following along, you know that I was attempting the Bruce Trail this summer from Queenston to Tobermory. The heat was insane, and I had heat exhaustion, and most of the creeks and that were dried up. I was about 127 kilometers in, and I called it, and I got off trail. So that was most of my summer, or it was supposed to be most of my summer. So I decided to take a road trip to see some of the places and just explore a little bit. So a friend of mine joined me for part of the trip. We left where I live and toured to Craigleith Provincial Park, and then the next day to Tobermory, and then down the west side of the peninsula and went to McGregor Provincial Park, Sauble Falls, Sauble Beach, and then to Point Farms Provincial Park. And then I dropped him off at a friend's, and I continued to Tobermory. I took the ferry to Manitoulin, where I met a friend of mine whose family has a hunting camp on Manitoulin, and then spent 2 days at the hunting camp relaxing. Went to Misery Bay, went for a swim, had some fun, and then we parted ways in Espanola. And then I went a night at Windy Lake Provincial Park, and I was there yesterday, and this morning I came here to Halfway Lake to hike this trail, and tomorrow morning I'll be getting off trail and heading home. So it's been a nice week, just touring and seeing some sights, and I'm going to finish watching the sunset. Good morning. It's kind of gray right now. The sun's coming up. Having a cup of coffee. I am pretty well packed up. I just have my tent to pack up. I did have some condensation last night inside my tent. I'm right at the water and it rained, so, but it's not a big deal because I am hiking out today. It was just a quick overnight. I'm filtering some water to hike out. I was packing up the last of the bits and baubles of gear, and yeah, it was a good night. I slept pretty well, despite being on a slope. A little hack that I've learned over the years is that I'll actually take my pack that's pretty well empty and I shove it at the end of my air mattress underneath to help lift it up a little bit, and I find that helps. Anyway, it's a nice morning. It's not killer hot yet, and let's go. I think this might be an old campsite. I'm not sure, at Burnt Lake. So far it hasn't been that far since campsite 2 here, but it's a little slow going with that rain. The rocks and the roots are very slick. Whew. And the mosquitoes are more problematic today. But if anything, I'm hoping that campsite 3 is at least labeled, because that's an issue when you're backpacking. You know, if there's old sites that aren't in service anymore, sometimes it's hard to gauge by the map where the site is. So let's keep going. Yes, here's the sign for campsite 3. Maybe I'll go and see. So this is campsite 3. Not much flatter, although there's a little bit of space, than campsite 2. It's a smaller site and more protected. So I feel like it was a good choice last night, because then I'm sure the mosquitoes were really bad here last night. Awesome. Well, I'm going to have a little break and then I'm going to continue on. Holy cow. Everything is soaked, my feet included. I have to say, I love these stone outcrops. There's something about the moss and the lichen. It's just amazing. And a leave no trace tip: stick to the path when you're on rock outcrops, because the lichen and the moss takes a very long time to grow. Oh, it feels nice to be out of that brush. I think this is part of the zone where that tornado went through years ago, like a microburst tornado. Very pretty. I think that's Halfway Lake there in the distance. I am nearing the end of the hike. I think I have less than a kilometer till I hit the campground, and then I have to walk the road to the campground to get to the trailhead. Whew, it's humid and the mosquitoes are brutal, but these views of the trail comes out to a path and a campground, with the last stretch here to get to the parking area at Raven Lake. It was a good little trip. That rain we got last night just made everything soaked, but it's summer. But I am looking forward to taking off my wet shoes. Probably gonna get to my car. I'm going to go for a quick dip to rinse off the mosquito bites and debris and leaves that are stuck to me. And I'm gonna head home. I've got about a 6.5 hour drive to get home. And I'm glad that I came to do this little loop. I know yesterday morning with the heat, I just wasn't feeling it, but I figured when's the next time I'm going to be in this area. Anyway, I hope that you've enjoyed this video and that maybe you get a chance to hike this loop, Hawkridge Trail. Be prepared for some overgrowth and for some rustic small sites. Just getting to the parking lot. Thanks for coming along. Please consider subscribing, liking, and hitting that notifications bell.